What is up, everyone? It's Cameron here today, and I want to talk about something awesome that has recently happened, and that is the release of the first episode of Dragon Ball Heroes. This is such good news. This series isn't quite like the other Dragon Ball series we have. So it's actually a promotional series for Dragon Ball Heroes, which is a card game for those of you that don't know that. So it's not exactly sure if this series is canon or not. There's some speculation that it could take place after the events of Dragon Ball Super, possibly before the Tournament of Power. The art is a little bit different. Super cool, though. The episodes are going to be probably a lot shorter than what we're used to. The first episode, I think, was around 9 minutes. It was super cool, though, action-packed. One thing I really liked about it is they didn't catch us up on anything. We just hopped right in, you know. At the beginning, we see Whis training with Goku and Vegeta. It looks like they've got some new gis on. Goku has a sweet gi, looking good. Vegeta has some armor on that I think looks really cool. I don't remember seeing it before. Alright, now let's just hop right in to what the first episode entailed. I don't want to give away spoilers, but this is a review, so there's potentially going to be some. I suggest you watch the episode first, and then come back and watch this video. Alright, so let's talk about what the series is about, how it got started, and whatnot. So like I had just said, it started with Goku and Vegeta training with Whis. All of a sudden, Mai comes over and is saying something has happened with Trunks. And all of a sudden, there's a panic. And then we see this new character show up named Fu, I believe. And this guy, you can tell he's evil right off seeing him. He's got a really cool design. He looks powerful. He looks like a guy you'd kind of look at and think, you know, I'm not going to expect too much from this guy, but in the end, it probably turns out he's going to be a badass. You know, we've seen characters kind of like him. So we see him, and he says he knows what happened to Trunks, and he's telling them we need to hurry up and save them. He's a friend of Trunks. So right away, we're like, oh, this is kind of suspicious. But this series, they don't joke around. They go straight into the action. So Goku and Vegeta take off to a new planet called Prison Planet, which right away, that sounds awesome because it's supposed to hold the nastiest, the baddest of bad in the universe. So Goku and Vegeta go there, and right away, you know, we're like, I wonder what this is all about. And Fu is kind of acting a little suspicious, just as you think by looking at his character. He looks very deceiving. So we get there, and we're kind of looking around, and all of a sudden, something awesome happens. Another Goku whoosh, comes flying in, and right away, he looks at our Goku, and you can see there's kind of something going on, and this Goku, the one that's coming in, you know, he knows something that our Goku doesn't know. Sorry to make that a little confusing with the two Gokus or whatnot. So, anyway, it turns out this is a Goku that can go Super Saiyan 4 from Dragon Ball GT, which, whoa. We haven't seen Super Saiyan 4 since GT, and GT's not really canon, so this is cool, and bring it in a series that could potentially be canon. So it is awesome. And then we get Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and they're going at it. This is a dream fight that everyone's wanted to see. And, you know, that's what Dragon Ball Heroes is about, pitting these fighters that normally wouldn't fight against each other. And I know throughout this series we're going to see all kinds of awesome battles. So anyway, the Gokus are fighting, and the Goku that can go Super Saiyan 4, he's wondering if our Goku is in alliance with the new character Fu. And you can tell our Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, is kind of confused by the whole situation, but they're fighting, going at it anyway. And then Super Saiyan 4 goes for a Kamehameha, throws it right at our Goku, and boom, I guess he had intentions of breaking out of the universe. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Dragon Ball Xenoverse, the games. But anyway, those games are super badass. You should check them out if you haven't already. And in those series, we're introduced to time patrollers. And in the games, you yourself are a time patroller, and you must go back into rifts in time and make sure things happen the way they should have. It's kind of just like a universal thing, you know, how in Dragon Ball Super we started to explore more into other universes, into the spaces and whatnot. So kind of elaborating more on that. This is just another interdimensional thing. And anyway, Trunks in all the games is a time patroller. So in this series, Future Trunks is a time patroller, and he's being held captive on the planet Prison. What turns out that Fu created this planet, and he brought both Gokus there. Sorry, I got interrupted there. But anyway, we find out that Fu is the bad guy, and the two Gokus kind of are starting to team up, and they're realizing something's going on. Fu's talking about how he created this planet to put all the greatest fighters together and kind of battle them. Not really an organized tournament, but they're battling to get out of there. And they need to collect the Dragon Balls that are special and unique to this planet to escape. And to do this, Goku's going to have to defeat all kinds of famous villains and people we've seen in the past, and potentially new characters, to escape. And this can be characters from different dimensions, so we can do crossovers from like GT, you know, battles that we've always dreamed of happening, potentially like other Gokus, you know, just all this stuff like we've already seen. I don't know. It's going to be super cool. We're going to see some dream matchups. I really wish there was a series like this where we could bring different Shonen Jump characters together, kind of like the J-Star Victor Versus game and the new game they just announced. How cool would that be if we had a promotional series like this for those kind of games? That would be amazing. Anyway, this series looks like it's going to be freaking awesome. The final scene of the series, we see Future Trunks waking up in his cell and walking outside. And there's Cooler right there, and he's coming after him. He says to him that he wants his Dragon Ball. So we see a tease that those two are going to fight. And then we go and see Fu in this control room. And I saw on the screen there's a picture of Bodok from the movie Bodok Unbound. That's going to be awesome. Then we see an evil Saiyan at the end. I don't know if it's... I really can't tell if it's like going to be Broly or what it's going to be. But it's easy to say we're going to see some dream battles in this series. It's going to be super cool. Not something we are used to. I don't know if it's canon or not. I don't think anyone knows. I've always dreamed of a series like this. When I play my games, sometimes if I'm playing like a Xenoverse or some game and I'm doing like a versus mode, I'll make up a scenario in my mind where the characters are revived and we're seeing these awesome fights we've always dreamed of. So there's a lot of hype for this series. I think it's going to be awesome. You need to keep in mind that it is a promotional series, so it's not really what we're used to with something like Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super or even GT. But nonetheless, it's going to be super cool. Tons of action. I don't know how much plot is going to be involved. I think each episode is really just going to be a lot of fighting, which makes me excited. You know, I don't know what all Z fighters we're going to see in this series, but, you know, it looks fucking awesome. I don't know what else to say. All right, the final thing that I want to talk about for this series is something I was just kind of thinking when I was reading this. You know, we don't know if it's canon or not. GT's not canon, so it's hard to say. But what if we assumed that the Super Saiyan 4 Goku that we see in this series, you know, his looks a little bit different, the costume he's wearing. But what if this is the same Goku from Dragon Ball GT? Like, he's experienced all the events of GT. Like, this is the exact same Goku. You know, at the end of GT, he kind of flew off with Shinron. So what if this could be a continuation of GT? How cool would that be? And this, we can assume it's our Goku. We've had Super Saiyan Blue, the canon Goku. I don't know. That's just something cool to think about, to possibly merge the two series. You know, people have said possibly, you know, GT still exists. What if it's just canon in a different universe and Super's canon in like the main line, and there could be a different universe dimension out there, alternate reality where GT does in fact exist. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I was super hyped after watching this episode. Dragon Ball is one of my favorite series. I hope you guys continue to watch my videos. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.